Hello, twin flame, twin soul, soulmates. This is Brainy Twin Gemini for what day is it? I don't even know anymore because we're just like living one day after the next. And what day is it? April 9th, 8th? I don't even know. But, anyways, I want to thank you all so much for the love, the likes, the subs. It really warms my heart, and I love you all so, so much. So, this was just like kind of a last minute thing. I've been like kind of on, hi everybody, hi. I've been kind of like in seclusion for the last, I don't know, 5 or 6 days, just because it's been a tough time. But first and foremost, I want to thank you all so much for the love, the likes, the subs, the sense of community on our channel. It really warms my heart, and I love you all so, so much. But I also want to thank everybody on the front lines right now, um, you know, giving to our world. And I actually I actually am working on the front lines right now. I work in food distribution, I work in finance, and we're making sure that the food, gets through the channel and everybody is being fed. And, my son, same thing. He works in fast food. He's making sure that everybody gets their coffee, their Tim Hortons coffee. So, yeah, so again, I want to thank you all so, so much for the love, the likes, the subs, everything. So, um, for the last several days, I've been pondering, I've been thinking, and as many of you know, I'm a messenger on this journey, and I get signs and sayings, I get messages from the universe, and today, I just felt like I needed to give you this message. And, um, if you look down, I don't know if you can see, I've got like an apple, I've got a lime, I've got, I've got a lemon with raspberries. And I know this is going to seem strange. It's like you usually see my hands, you don't see me. And I'm like I said, I'm a divine messenger. I've got some blueberries, I've got a lime here. And then I've got, this soup mix. And what I want to say to you, and what I was trying to say to you back in February, it's not all about a cure. It's about prevention, and we have to prevent ourselves from getting sick. There's all this stuff out there. It's like, okay, we need to, get a vaccine, this and that and the other thing. It's not always about the vaccine. It's about helping yourself not having to have a vaccine. And this here, right here, this is what's going to help you, you know, um, building your immune system. Like, I'm a Gemini, I'm hungry for knowledge all the time. I love you guys so much. I love you. Thank you so much for your comments. Um, and I'm always hungry for knowledge. And I see this thing. It looks like I have something on my face, but it's actually on my phone. um, but I'm hungry for knowledge. And, like several months ago, I told you to ramp up on your vitamin C. And, I don't just pull the shit out of a hat, literally. It comes to me. And for for the last 100 years, I think the last pandemic came in like 1712 or 18, 19, no, 1917 or 1914 or something like that. 50 million people died. And they died because they were malnourished. And we live in a life right now where we're malnourished, This is what we're doing right here, chemicals. And when I go to the grocery store, I see everybody buying all this stuff, when they should be buying this stuff, And the reason why I give you these messages is because I love you all so much. And I feel it's really, really important that we have this. This is prevention. This is what you need, is prevention. Not, a vaccine. A vaccine is exactly what it is. But you need to prevent yourself, and you need to keep yourself strong. And, I get pushed and nudged and everything else, and I just I'm just like, no, today, I've been pondering for days, and it's very, very important for the prevention, not the cure. And we live in a world where sometimes everybody wants to treat symptoms, but they don't want to treat the problem. this is the problem right here. We're malnourished, you know? And if you go and if you Google 1912 or 1917 or whatever it is, you'll see that 50 million people died, and it was all from malnourishment, you know? And I'm telling you this right now because I love you so, so much. And when I came out, I think it was in February or something like that, and said, take vitamin C, that was my messengers coming to me because I was ill. I was laying on my bed. I was dying. I thought I was dying, and I was crying, and I was calling out to God and whomever, the creator of our world. And I was like, please help me. I'm going to die. And that's when they came to me and said, you need vitamin C. So it's not always about, you know, the cure. It's always about, sometimes it's always about prevention, you know? And this is garbage. It's absolute garbage. Yes, I do have it in my cupboard. I've had it in my cupboard for months. But, you know, it's garbage. You go to the grocery stores right now, and that's all you see is all the shelves empty, you know, with none of this, and pasta, and, you know, pasta sauce, and this, and that, and the other. And one of the girls said to me today at work, she's like, Jen, why do you think Italy is being so plagued right now with, you know, so many deaths? And it's like, it's the sugar, it's the crap, it's the bullshit that they're putting in their body. You know, they're not putting this in. And you have to put this in. You know, we've gone decades and decades and decades with pure shit in our body. And we have to put this in our body. You know, we have to nourish our immune system. Hi, how are you? I love you guys all so much. I wish I could read all of these messages, but I don't have my glasses on, and I don't even know where they are right now. But this is one important message that I want to give to you. Please, I'm pleading with you, please, 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 please. It's all about prevention. It's not about a cure, it's about prevention. I'll give you a little story. My mother was very, very ill. She had lung cancer. And, you know, she had 4-stage lung cancer. It spread to her brain. Same with my father. Both of them had cancer that spread to the brain. And my mother had radiation, and so did my father, actually. But after, like, she had the radiation, she wouldn't eat. And it was like 30 or 40 days or something like that. And I just was like laying on my bed, and I was like praying, and I'm like, please, please. So I came up with this juice formula. And I was like, please, Mom, will you drink juice? And she's like, yes, I'll drink the juice. So I started making her this vitamin C. At that point, it was too late. The disease was too far advanced, this and that and the other. But she had multiple brain tumors and this and that. And I gave her this juice, and she started coming around. And it was like everybody was saying to me, I can't believe, you know, Jen, like your mom, she's like, she's vibrant, she's this, that, and the other. So we went to the hospital, and the one doctor, she was one of the best doctors in our country. They were trying to like recruit her to Princess Margaret, which is one of the best cancer research hospitals in the world. And my mom came, and she literally had the juice in her hand. And the doctor looked at me, and she was like, I'm very confused. And I said, why are you confused? And she said, I don't understand. And I'm like, what don't you understand? And she's like, I can't understand why your mother's still sitting here right now. And my mom was like, it's the juice, you know? And one of the nurses had said to me prior to us going to see the oncologist, you can't interfere with the treatment. And I'm like, well, you're not giving my mother treatment. And you know, my mom was so happy with the juice and this and that, but at that point it was far too advanced. The doctor, you know, she was one, like I said, one of the best doctors in Canada. We have one of the best treatment centers in the world. And she said, I can't believe this, because everybody always, they look at a scan, and then they evaluate somebody by a scan, not by their, you know, their humanity or whom they are. And she said, I don't understand, like, I really don't understand this. And I'm like, what don't you understand? And she said, by rights, your mother still should not be alive. I'm like, why? And she goes, I want to show you. She goes, please, I want to show you. I want to bring you in to this room right now, and I want to show you the brain tumors that your mother has. And my mother had like 200, 300 brain tumors. And she goes, it doesn't make sense. And she's like, whatever you're doing, it's working, you know? And that was 2015, and we're now in 2020. And that's why, you know, I'm just saying it's all about prevention. You know, we live in a world where, you know, our soil is contaminated, and, you know, it's all about fast food, it's all about this, it's all about that. We need this. We need this. And I love you all so much. And I'm telling you, this is what you need. You know, you need to nourish you and build that immunity up. Because over the years, we've killed our immunity system. And that's just the way it is. And not only that, if you go to 1912 or 17 or 13, 14, I don't know what year it is, the number one cause of death was malnourishment. So please, please, please take the vitamin C. I don't, you know, I don't just, like I said, I don't just wake up and I don't just pull the shit out of a hat. People come to me. I had this virus. I thought I was dying. And, you know, it was like, whoop, whoop. It was like, Jennifer, you need to do this, you know? And like I said, I dumbfounded some of the best specialists in the world in terms of my mother, you know? So please, please do this. Prevention. It's not about a cure. It's about prevention. Prevention, you know? And doctors treat symptoms. They don't treat the cure. The cure is right here. Nourish you. Please nourish yourself. Okay? Please. Thank you very much. That's my message. And, well, I have more messages. That's just my message on vitamin C. Hi, hello, 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 hello. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see. Just hold on, okay? I'll be right back. Let me go get those babies. All right. Sorry. Yeah, here we go. You know, here's my age. But yeah, please, 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 please do that. Just build your immunity system up. Make yourself strong. People are losing sight of what's going on here in the universe. And, you know, my prediction is this is pretty grim, and I'm going to say it. I've predicted this virus anyway. This is pretty grim. I'm going to say it. It's probably going to be about 397 million people that are going to, like, succumb to this. But if we can spread this, and we can spread the prevention, then maybe that won't happen. You know, like I said, I'm a divine messenger here. I get these messages, and, you know, I just feel like I have to give you this message right now. Prevention, prevention, prevention. Right? That's what it's about. Not treating, prevention. And when I gave this message in February, I didn't know, somebody sent me a message last week and said, did you know that in China they were putting, they were treating people with intravenously with vitamin C. I didn't know that because I don't check, I don't look at shit on the internet. I don't even watch mainstream media because I don't want to be poisoned. This is your cure right here. Right here. So that's that. So now, let's see if I can juggle this. No, it would be an epic disaster if I tried to juggle this. Let's see. Nope, see, bye. When I was younger I could do it, but I can't now. But anyways, yeah, just prevention. And garbage. Absolute garbage. There's nothing but chemicals in here. And that's what we've been doing for the last, I don't know, 100 years? That's why this pandemic has come. And another reason this pandemic has come is because we live in a world full of hate, unfortunately. Greed, hate, you know? It's, you know, look at this picture here behind me. It's of Noah's Ark. And it literally has two of every species of animals in this world. And we have just lost sight of what's important in the universe. You know, the animals are happy. They're happier. They're not affected by this. Not at all. Um, hey, all from Toronto. Yes, they're not affected by this. They're not affected by it, right? And they shouldn't be. Us as humans, we have, extincted certain animals. But if we don't change our behavior, we're going to extinct ourselves. That's what's going to happen. We are going to extinct humanity. And we have to come, with a loving heart always. And, there's people out there, like I said, I'm a messenger. That's what I am. I am divinely guided, and thank goodness for that, But we need to change the way we think, and we need to, just have an appreciation of this world. We live in a very, very large universe, and the universe is coming to us right now and telling us, sorry, pardon the pun, wake the fuck up, appreciate what's around you. You open your eyes in the morning and you have a blessing every single day, so I know this is tough. I know I sometimes these messages are really, really tough, but like I said, I'm a messenger here, and I get these messages, and I was given this message in February, and if we don't heed the message, we're going to live in a world of eternal darkness. And if, we don't want to live in eternal darkness. We want to live in light. Oh, thank you so much. You guys are so amazing. I love you all so much. But yeah, please nourish you, this journey, I primarily speak for Twin Flame, Twin Soul journey. You come in, you activate each other, you wake each other up. It's the most profound journey. It's a blessing. It's this, it's that. But not only do you have to nourish your soul, you have to nourish your body, right? Can you please, I'm asking you, share this with your family, share this with your friends. Please, 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 please. It's all about prevention, And here we go. Sorry, I have sauerkraut here. I'm Ukrainian Polish. This isn't so bad. There's natural ingredients in here, but this is a jar, and it has a label on it, right? And that's where labels are meant to be, is on jars, not on us, not on society, not on anything, And too many times we put labels on society. We put labels on love. We put labels on this. We put labels on that. We put blah, 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 blah. Right? Labels are meant exactly for what they're meant for. Jars. Not people. Not love. Not jobs. Not money. Nothing. That's what these are meant for. And that's all they are, is just labels. And yeah, so that's my lecture. Sorry. I was pushed into it. Like I said, I wasn't going to do anything. I work, and I was working today, and I was like, no, you're doing this. You're doing it. You're doing it. You're doing it. You're doing it. And I'm like, okay, fine. I have so many things to say, but primarily it's about getting you healthy and getting your immune system healthy. Okay, so that's that. So now I'm going to talk about the twin soul, twin flame, and what's been going on in the last several days. As many of you know, I'm guided by this, and I'm guided by this. Everything I get, my words of wisdom, the knowledge, how I navigate this journey is always through this to this. And I always write everything down, and I flip the cards strictly just purely out of entertainment purposes, primarily for myself, right? But there's been a lot that's been going on, and it primarily has to do with the universe right now and the fear. And we have a job to do right now. It's important. We came together to give unconditional love. And if we allow that fear in the universe, then that will kill us. It will kill us. Like, it just will. We have to come to a place of love. I go to the grocery store once a week and the shelves are empty. Why? Are you panic buying? I work in food distribution and keeping the food distribution channel going. It's like, what are you doing? You're not, it's just greed and selfishness. And no, we have a very, 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 very important mission on this journey. And we are meant to give unconditional love. You guys are lovely. I love you all so much. I wish I could read. Yeah, okay. So, in the last week, because I haven't been, doing, like I said, readings or anything like that, just because I haven't been. But there's been a huge shift. There's been a major, 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 major shift. And it's all just energy. And there's been a major shift from divine masculine and divine feminine energy. And what has happened in the last week, just from the energy, from what my guides are telling me, is that the divine feminine is standing in their power. And they're not doing this, like, they're just standing in their power. And they're breaking free and they're letting go. It's a tough journey. It's a journey of love. But ultimately, it's a journey of oneself. And sometimes you get trapped. You get trapped in that love. You get trapped in that obsession of wanting to be together, right? But at the end of the day, you can't, I know this is going to sound really, really harsh, but I'm going to say it. It depends on what energy you're at. You can't crawl on the ground and take breadcrumbs in your mouth, right? And salivate and beg for love, right? At the end of the day, you have to do what's good for you and what's good for you in your heart. Do you know that you love them? Absolutely. Is it love you never felt? 100%. You come in and you wake each other up. But as you navigate through the journey, there's some difficult things. But one thing you have to remember is you are number one. You. And there's been a huge shift, because you get trapped. And primarily, you trap yourself. Aw, thank you so much. I love you. You get trapped within yourself. Nobody forces you to, your twin doesn't force you to behave the way you behave. You behave the way you behave. And you blame your twin. Well, you did this and you did. No. You did this to yourself. You did this. Nobody is a prisoner except for you. But what I can say is that a lot of you are just, maybe it's, the pandemic, maybe it's the virus, maybe it's whatever it is. You're just breaking free, and pardon the pun again, I'm not a swear, but you're saying, fuck it. I matter. And I am number one. And I am going to do what's best for me. If you're a female like me, you're like, I'm a princess, I'm a goddess, and I'm a queen. And I deserve to be treated as such. I'm not going to be given breadcrumbs. I'm going to be given a palace and a kingdom. If you're a divine masculine, it's the same thing. I'm a king, I'm a prince, I'm a god. So there's been a huge shift in the last week, and it's primarily having to do with you looking at oneself. You matter. You're beautiful, you're loved, and you're gorgeous. You matter. And this journey is about you. It's not about what you're doing for your divine, I don't even like to call it divine, but let's just say masculine, feminine energy. It's not about that. And if you get trapped, and I'm going to call it, I called it today, where'd those babies go? Oh, sorry. Um, I have a specific name for it. Um, sorry, folks. I want to give you the right terminology here that I was given, the message that was given to me. It's almost like you're in at a rest stop of poison, per se. You know, you've gotten yourself into this dark hole, and it's like a rest stop for poison. And you know, you're just going through and through and through the motions in your head. You know, the petroleum of poison. And we've got this, and we've got this, right? We've got both. And sometimes you get trapped with this, you know? And we all have a brain, and we all have a heart. And you get to that rest stop of poison. And that rest stop of poison is darkness, right? And it's that darkness that you cannot get out of. You can't, right? It's just perpetuating thoughts of doubt and confusion and bullshit in your head, right? And slow and steady always wins the race. So always do things with a good heart and with good intentions, you know, and don't get to that poison rest stop or poison petrol or whatever it is, you know, because you can get trapped in it. It's a dark hole, and it's a dark hole within yourself. But you have to come to the light, and you have to do what is good for you. Always, always, always do what's good for you. Is it tough? Absolutely. You know, this isn't a journey about, I mean, as you navigate through the journey, and I'm a messenger here, and I'm here to guide you. I'm here to help you. I get the you know, I get the words of wisdom, the messages, everything. But this is a journey of oneself. And sometimes you get trapped in that, you know, that poison rest stop, right? And you keep perpetuating that negative, negative, negative stuff. But you have to get past it. And like I said, slow and steady always wins the race, you know? And some people will get stuck in that petroleum or that rest stop and perpetuate the same cycles and negative thinking. And because you're so intertwined, you can get caught up in that as well. But you just have to do what is good for you. Because both energies, you're beautiful. And you're deserving of love, not mere breadcrumbs on, you know, this journey. You know, and you are worthy and you are loved. And you have to come to that within yourself. So that's that. I had to do the petroleum of poison. So I'm just going to go over the numbers and the syncs. I didn't really see too many numbers today, believe it or not. I saw 111, and that was it, you know, because, oh, and 1212. And I saw Chipmunk today, and I'm going to go over the cardinal, because since last Sunday, there's been a cardinal coming to my tree every single day. Every day. Whistling. And I've been sitting there meditating, and I've been sitting there thinking, and I've been sitting there going through everything, and that's what I do. And every single day, what are we at today? Thursday? I don't know what day of the month it is, because every day is just a continuous day. But it's been singing, 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 singing. And so I'm working on a video right now on animals, and if they frequent you, what is the universe trying to say to you? So I'll have that out within the next 48 hours. But because a lot of people have asked, so a lot of people have asked. But this cardinal has been like just insane, you know. I took some footage of it, but every single day for almost, well, it's been 4 or 5 days this cardinal's been coming. And I always thought the cardinal was my mom. And I was doing some research because I want to do this, you know, this totem animal and what the universe says and this and that and the other. And I know what it means, but what I learned was it's actually masculine energy. And I was like, maybe it's my dad, you know? Ever since I embarked this journey back in May, or no, it's was March. There's been a breeze. There's always been wind. And I feel like my father is the wind, and he's, you know, the wind, and, you know, this cardinal's been coming and coming, and my father came to me in my dreams a few months ago, and him and I were looking at, like, papers like this, and we were like, he was like, Jennifer, this is the DNA of twin souls, you know? And it's kind of weird. So I kind of feel like that cardinal now is my father, because the breeze and the wind has been here ever since I started this journey. And yeah, so this cardinal's been coming and whistling and whistling and whistling and whistling. And what I resonate with the cardinal is that, you know, the cardinal came last year when I embarked this journey, and now it's coming here. And it's kind of gone like this. It's kind of like gone cyclical. You know, and what the message is for all of you, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful souls, is that you're being protected. My father was a protector. He's protecting his baby girl, and he is telling me right now that this protection is, or sorry, this I'm so sorry, that this is being protected, you know, and it's ultimately being protected, and you're being tested right now. You're ultimately being tested on this journey. There's so much negative energy in the world, and it is what it is. It's gonna transfer to you. It is, you know, unless you're a superhuman being, you're gonna take that shit, you know. But our job as twin souls, twin flames, we are to push it out, you know, and wake people up. That's our job. That's our mission. That's what we're supposed to do. Yeah, so what I'm going to do now, after I've given you all this, let's see, what else do I have in here? Anything else? Pretty tough messages today. Sorry, folks. But just believe in you. Trust you. Work on you. This is what this journey is about. And sometimes you get stuck in that poison petroleum rest stop, and you know it's your thoughts can be the worst thing that ever happens. You know, you can be a prisoner of your own soul, so to speak, because of your thoughts. So always come back to that loving heart, because if this truly is your journey, you love each other so much. And it's a bond that can never be severed. It can never be broken. But get out of that petroleum of poison, or that rust stop of poison. Because I feel like some of you are trapped there right now. You know, let go. Let it go. Okay, so I'm going to do some cards now. Yes. So what do we got here? We have 33 minutes. Okay, we're good. So this is, again, divinely guided. Normally by this, I can't cheat this shit even if I try. You know what I mean? And the messages come out the way they're meant to come out. And these are messages for all you beautiful souls. So take them, leave them. But one thing, please talk about vitamin C to your family, your friends. Please just build that immunity up. Please do that for me, please. I don't ask for much, but please do that for me. It's not about a cure, it's about prevention. So I'm going to call out to my guardian angels for 4 cards, 4 being my birth number, and yeah, let's see what's going on. Alright, that's 3. I got 1. I'm going to ask my guardian angels for 1. You guys are amazing, I love you. Oh, I love you. I love you all so much. Let's see if I can read something here. No, it just pops up and then it goes away. Like, I don't know. Okay, so I have forgiveness. Forgiveness is a very, 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 very powerful thing. And forgiveness is truly forgetting, you know? Some people say, I'll forgive, but I won't forget. Forgiving is forgetting, you know, and letting it go. And one thing about this journey is whomever had, oh, yes, you can. Janelle, I will give you a card. One thing about this journey is if I don't, I'm so sorry. One thing about this journey is one twin runs, and you're meant to run. The intensity of this love is too much, and if one person doesn't run, you will explode from the inside out. It's just your hearts will explode. It's too much, and you have to heal. But one thing is you have to forgive. You have to forgive unconditionally, right? And forgive, 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 forgive. And for each of you, blessed souls, I feel that whoever ran, the forgiveness is there. And you have to go deep within yourself, and you have to forgive yourself. You know, this is a journey. And you were meant to wake each other up and go through an awakening. And, you know, shit happens. Shit happens. But, you know, what I can say is whomever ran from this connection, the twin, divine, usually the runner is masculine energy. And if you're a masculine energy that ran, the divine feminine forgives you. They forgive you, right? They forgive you. Love it. I love it so much. Past life. This is definitely, for many of you, this is a past life connection. And when you came into each other, when you looked at each other, you had soul recognition. Soul recognition. And you went into shock, soul shock. And you may dream of each other and like past life. You know, it could be from the 1800s, it could be from BC, it could be from whatever time. But if you're dreaming of each other, and sometimes it's not recognition. You don't recognize a person, but you have this inner depth of love for that person, but you don't recognize their face. That is past life. You know, when you're having this dream and you're like, I love this person so much, but I don't recognize their face. Well, the reason why you don't recognize their face is because it's a past life connection, right? And I love it so much. This I love the most, and that's what I've been saying. Self-love. Love, love, love you. You will never endeavor forward if you don't love yourself. You know? Love you. You come first. Everyone else comes second. And once you realize that, you will endeavor forward. You have to love you. You know? Put you first. Not put your twin first. And don't tiptoe around them, what they want and what you think they want. Do what you want. And do what's in you. And lastly, right now, there's challenges. And we live in the now. Okay? We don't live in the past. We don't live in the future. We live in the now. And there's challenges right now. And there's huge mountain peak right there. And there's challenges with this connection. And you're being tested. Universe is testing you right now. There's a huge pandemic going on right now. And if you're sitting there all merry and saying, oh yeah, I'm all good, then you're fucking lying to yourself, man. Because I'm 51 years old, and I have never seen anything like this in my lifetime. Ever. Never. So naturally there's going to be challenges. You know, I live in Canada, and I can't even see my own freaking daughter and my grandson because they're not able to come to me. So don't kid yourself. There are challenges going on right now. Sorry for the swearing, folks, but it is. You know, sometimes everything's not a bed of roses, and there are definitely some challenges right now. And like I said, please, please, please nourish you. It's, you know, the number one challenge right now we have in the world is malnourishment. So that's kind of, I don't know. So now I'm just gonna do what is now. I'm gonna do I can't, maybe I'll have to run down and get this, because I need my little book, and I didn't grab my book for the animal spirit, but maybe I'll wing it. Maybe I will, yeah. My messenger's coming, they're meant to come. Okay, so if either one of you could say anything to each other right now, what would you say? Way too many cards. I have different cards today that I'm going to flip. They're wisdom cards, and the only reason I'm doing the wisdom cards today, because I feel like this cardinal's been coming every single day, and my father's wisdom, so I'm going to do those cards today. And I'm not familiar with them, so, I mean, oh my god, okay, unreal. Like, yeah, this has definitely been going on. What the hell? I'm going to ask my guardian angels for 2 cards, please. What are you saying? Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I've shown my face before. Oh, wonderful. What the frick, man? Oh, yeah, 52, 51, yo, yo, yo. You can be on the journey whenever you know, whenever it's meant to be. There's no age limit on this. You know, there's like, what the frick, man? Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, first and foremost, sexual energy absolutely been going on in the last week or two. I don't know what has been going on. It's been crazy, the sexual energy. Not a bad thing at all. But there has definitely been sexual energy going back and forth with the twins. And it is like crazy, 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 crazy sexual energy. And I was thinking this the other day, actually yesterday, and I was like, what is with this freaking sexual energy? Because I am not like that. And I just think it's probably having to do with like spring or something. And I live in Canada, and there's all this like mating going on with like the birds, the animals, this and that and the other. So maybe that's why the sexual energy. I have no idea, but this freaks me right out because this has absolutely been going on. I've got all 3 seasons here, with the exception of spring, and I don't know what this is about. I've got winter, okay? What I'm resonating with winter right now is, well, I live in a country where there's 4 seasons. And right now, winter is cold. Well, not right now, we're in spring right now, but winter is cold. It's a very cold season. See the snow? Ooh, see the snow? Everything is cold. And I feel like because of the fear in the energy in the universe right now, and primarily as it stems to fear, there's some coldness going on between the 2 of you. You're being cold towards each other. It's not intentional. You know, it's the universe. Absolutely the universe. And there's cold energy, you know? Just migrate back to this baby here, okay? Love unconditionally. And loving unconditionally is loving freely without condition. We put conditions and expectations on love, and that is a label. You know, we have to love freely without condition. And that's how you get to your 5th dimension. That's how you get to ascension. That's how you get to greater consciousness, is not putting that label there. You know, but there definitely is some cold energy between the twins right now. And it's crazy. It's crazy. How can you have sexual energy and be cold at the same time? It's beyond me. But we're living in a crazy world right now with crazy universe or crazy energy, and there has been some coldness. And that's what I said, like the poison petrol or stuff, rust station, you know, get out of it. Just get out of it and migrate back to that love. Now I have fall. I have fall here. And how I resonate this card with fall is everything's changing. And at least in Canada, the colors change. There's a pathway there. You're on a journey, you know. And as you navigate the journey, you fall down. You fall down. But you got to get back up. And you got to walk the journey. And you have to get to the path of enlightenment. And you're meant to guide each other there. And there has been some really, really, really tough energy. You know, you're falling down. Many of you are. I'm sorry, you are. But get out. Just get out. You know, and get to that love. Get out of the coldness. Stop falling down. Get up. This here is your poison. Your mind is your poison right now. You know, and you're just manifesting thoughts within yourself that are not real. You know, and just get up and move forward and don't look backwards. If that makes any sense. I don't know. I have that written down in my journal. So these cards fall out the way they're meant to fall out, I guess. Summer. Where are we now? We're in spring. Summer is a beautiful, 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 beautiful time for any. It doesn't matter where you are and what country and what in the world we are in. You know, vitamin C, vitamin D. You need them both. And if you have that chance, get out and get some vitamin D as well. We are so malnourished, it's not even funny. We can have fat, you know what I mean? See on the rolls? We can have fat, but we can be malnourished. And we need vitamin C and we need vitamin D. And hence the reason why this pandemic and this virus is taking control of us, because we have shit, absolute shit in our bodies. And you know what I would suggest is going to my community page, scrolling down, looking at the vitamin C recipe that I have there, but you have to be off meat for 4 days while you do it, because if you don't stop the meat, it will inhibit the healing. You know, I was like, basically, whoever was saying this to me back in February was screaming at me. I swear it was my mother. Because she was like, Jennifer, you need to do this. And because I thought I was dying. And I stopped the meat, and then I just stopped it. And I don't know if you've ever heard of Alan Watts. Alan Watts he was a very enlightened human being. And I love that man so much. He's so, if you have a chance, check him out, man. He's amazing. He was like one of the most enlightened beings. But I was actually going to go buy a burger the other day because I'm like, fuck it. And then when I was going there, I could hear, had this quote that said, a cow screams louder than a carrot. And then when I got there, I was like, I can't do it. I'm not telling you what to do. You know what I mean? You do what's best for you. But that quote just makes me laugh. But if you get a chance, listen to this man. Very, 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 very intelligent man. But summer is coming. I think we're going to get through this pandemic. Absolutely get through it. It's about prevention, not treating. And if you can tell at least one person about this vitamin C, and that translates, and we build our immune system up, this virus will not fucking kill us. We will kill ourselves, you know, with the fear, you know, and, you know, it just really, really, just really, really does have to stop. Sorry, guys. I'm swearing today, and I don't normally do that, but that's fine. And I'm going to give you these wisdom cards now. I don't use them normally ever. I'm not familiar with them at all. And whatever falls, falls. And whatever the message will be, will be. Like I said, divinely guided here. I've got my cheat in the back of my pocket here because, like I said, I don't know them. But I feel like my father's been here for several days and he has wisdom on this journey for me anyway. And I feel like I need to do this right now. So I'm going to call out to my guardian angels for 4 cards. You guys are beautiful. I love you. Treasure Island. Okay. I think that's a good card. Oh, I love it. Okay. Oh. I love these cards. They're beautiful. I should get to know them better. Oh my gosh. You know, the funny thing is I was telling somebody today that I've never worked with cards until last July. I've never been to a psychic. I've only been to a psychic once. And it's crazy. Like, I write everything in my journal, right? So it just, I love this so much. There's one I might need clarification on. Sorry, folks. Like I said, and I'm going to go to this one, number 9, because I'm not sure and I don't want to cheat you with a message. I can kind of gather what it means, but I'm just going to read it anyway. So we have Treasure Island here. Treasure Island. Okay. And Treasure Island says the essential meanings is the law of attractions, bringing dreams into fruition, results of positive thinking, made manifest in abundance, appearing as if from nowhere, financial gains, and the sharing of good fortune. Oh, love that. Okay, so the oracle message is you've worked hard and acted upon your unwavering belief in abundance. And suddenly, in the midst of it all, you hit the jackpot. You have uncovered the map to buried treasure and have tapped the unlimited potential within you. What you must hone in on now is your ability to recognize when X marks the spot, because some of these golden opportunities may be obvious, but others may not be so readily apparent. Trust your intuition to light your ways now as you enter into this truly prosperous phase where all the long, hard work navigating your inner life is now paying off externally in all aspects of your life. At this time, you have good fortune. Don't forget to enjoy and share it with others, as treasures shared multiplies like magic. And absolutely, you know, this time right now, what is happening is we're forced to look at the magic within us. We're in social distance, we're by ourselves, we're doing, you know, whatever. And fortune always comes within. And I love it so much. Between worlds. There we go. And that's number 3. So I am just going to read them because that's what I'm going to do. Like I said, I'm not intimate with these cards. Because I've not used them ever. But my pops was telling me to use them today. So the essential message is transitions. Not being quite out of one situation and fully engaged in another, temporary blindness, no man's land. Whatever that means. The oracle message is, between the worlds is where you must let go of the tendency to make assumptions. This is a time when you are unable to see what is ahead. Cultivate curiosity and trust the process of change and growth. You are done learning the lessons of recent experiences in this place. Between what was and what will be is a state of making and unmaking and making again. What is essential now is to not admit not knowing. There is great freedom and power to be unleashed. A mystery that is not yours to understand weaves the web of life with divine matrix of consciousness greater than your own thoughts. feelings, beliefs, desires, and decisions. The seeds that were planted in the past begin to take root. Be what to, sorry. My dad would not be happy. To what you expect. When you're between the worlds, you're invited to see with the curious eye of a child, glimpsing of a rainbow for the first time. Do so, and you will not be disappointed. So, very good message. I love it. I love it so much. Just gonna go here. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, when you're between two worlds, you know, see with a curious eye and a childlike state. And I love it. And I love it so much. And you won't be disappointed, right? Right now we're between two worlds, and the twins are kind of between each other. You know, it's tough. It's tough. Like, this energy is tough. I could sit here and come on every single freaking day and pretend to be something I'm not, but I can't, because at the end of the day, we're human, and this bullshit energy is not good. And I'm not going to come out and give you something that I can't give you, you know? And that's another thing. Be careful who you listen to. Be careful, 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 careful. You know, I have nothing but time on my hands right now. I do work, like I said, on the front lines, but I've been curious, you know? And I've been looking at shit, and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, are you fucking kidding me, man? Like, people are taking advantage of people with vulnerable hearts. This. Give me a fucking break. No. You know? Stop with the sensationalism. You know? It's garbage. I'm here to debunk this. You know, I love you guys all so much, and that's why I do what I do. Because I don't want you to get raked into the bullshit. You know? This is a journey of you. You know? Don't get raked into that bullshit. Don't. Sorry. It's different when I talk to you, right? Live. Instead of behind these babies. Breathe. I can already tell you what this is going to say, but I'm going to read it anyway. Because there's been some tough energy. Like, you're getting the treasures, you know, the financial, the abundance, but you're realizing that as you navigate through the journey, the abundance comes within yourself. And as we go through this pandemic, you realize that, the dollar is what? Nothing. Right? It's nothing. It's worth nothing if you have no one to share it with. But anyways, I'm going to read it just for shits and giggles. It's number 29. 2 and 9 is what? 11? I love you guys all so much. And like I said, this was so random. Just because I'm so bored. Alright, let's go to 29. I can give you my message, but I want to see what this message says. Patience, waiting, going slowly, wellness, meditation, and trust. And that's what I was saying. Slow and steady wins the race. And just always do everything with a good heart. Don't get stuck in that poison rest stop and live in that darkness, you know? Because you'll just keep perpetuating that darkness within. Patience in all things is called for right now. What do you need to do when you're in a rush? Slow down, of course. Meditate and trust. Breathe and repeat. Humans cannot exist without drawing breath. Now is the time to allow life-giving element of air to replenish your body, your being, and your very essence. Stop to smell the roses, breathe in the sunlight, and release the darkness, and miracles that will appear. And this virus is exactly doing what it's doing. What do you have? Time, right now. And really, time is just it's just a label, but it's forcing you to sit and breathe. It's forcing you to do the things you need to do for you. Oh, you're so sweet. What happened? I don't know. Don't call me Jenny, please. um, Only my brother and my sister call me Jenny. They're the only ones that are allowed. And then lastly, higher power. And as we know, as we navigate through this journey, we get to our higher senses, we get to a higher power. You know, we get to bless, we get to love, we get to our higher senses. And it's a beautiful, beautiful place to be. But I said we're some of you are at a rest stop right now. You know, the petroleum of poison. I don't know where I got that, but that was my messenger. And it's number 4. I love number 4. Okay. So higher power, conscious contact with a higher power, the presence of divine, seeing source energy in all things, committing to a partnership with spirit. This card reminds you that you are more than a person trying to get ahead and make things happen for yourself and others. You have an immortal soul and are gifted with human life through which a higher power can express itself. At this time, you need to be conscious of your connection to spirit and foster it through prayer and meditation. Ask, what is the highest good for all? How can I serve? Then get out of your own way and trust that there is a plan in your life more wondrous than you could ever know. You are always protected and divinely directed. And what I resonate with this card right now and what it says is then get out of your own way. Get out of the poison of your mind. You know, sometimes your mind can take you to dark places. And right now, you're getting there, to dark. Some of you, not all of you. What I say, what resonates, resonates. What doesn't, pack it away in the pocket. Please don't leave comments on my channel as it pertains to what I have to say. Kindly just send me an email. I'll gladly welcome your email. I'll take your feedback. But do not disrupt the energy of the channel. You know, please don't. If you have feedback for me specifically, send it to me specifically. I'll gladly welcome it. And last but not least, I can't believe this has been going on for an hour now. I have the gift to gab. And I want to do something for Janelle because Janelle asks. And let's just see here, guys, if I can get this. I can't. No, sorry. I can't see it. So I'll go through it and, you know, I'm, as you know, a woman of integrity. I don't want your money. We're living in a pandemic right now. Like, people have lost their jobs. You know, everything I do from here. I'm a messenger, and I'm meant to give you messages, and I don't want your freaking money. I really don't. But I appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. I really do. And whoever has given me super chat, I promise you, I will. I don't like promising because promises are never broken. I will honor your chat in the next live I do. So I'm going to call it to my guardian angels, and I'm going to give you one loving message to take today. Calling out to my guardian angels for one card, please. I love you guys. Oh, 2. I will do one card for you, Janelle. I saw yours. Oh my. Thank you very much. Sometimes I have to get saucy with my messengers, but I didn't have to. There's a front. There's the back. And it says, have you lost sight of what's really important? Remember a time when life was simpler and the world seemed like a giant playground, just waiting to be explored? Perhaps it's time to rediscover the world together. This card is so fitting right now for everything that's going on. You know, a time where it was simpler, was a giant playground, and just stay true to you. And, keep the love in your heart. love wins always, you know? And love is loving conditionally without, or sorry, sorry. Unconditional love is loving freely without condition, you know? Love out there is a label. It has conditions and expectations. Just love freely without condition. And Janelle, sorry, I'm giving you this card right now, my beautiful, beautiful soul. And I love you all so much. You can sign off if you like. Let's see what's... oh, sorry, Janelle, one. I need one from my guardian angels, please. Oh dear. And if my twin soul's watching, I love you. Oh my. Oh, you guys are so sweet. I love you so much. I was gonna do a live every week, and then I felt guilty. Like I'm not. I don't want people's money, you know. But I want to interact with you, you know, because you're beautiful, and I love you all so much. And I don't want your money. So when I go live next week, I'll do as I can, what I can, in terms of getting you cards, you know, because the abundance, or the universe is our abundance, right? We don't need any money. The banking system's going to collapse, so I think we're all going to be forgetting of that. So while I'm waiting for this card, I was standing around a fire about 4 years ago and said that this was going to happen. So it's kind of happening right now. Oh, sorry. Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay, guardian angels, like, what are you doing, man? One card, please. Thank you so much. Okay, there you go, my friend. Offer. An offer's coming. Don't always look for an offer in the most conventional ways. You know, it could be. I know we're in tough times right now. We're in isolation. Many of us are in isolation. But if we get an offer of communication, an offer of love, it could be a job offer. It could be so many, many, many things. But what my messenger is telling me right now to tell you is that you are getting an offer. And again, I want to thank all of you guys so, so much. I love you from the bottom of my heart. And yeah, have a good night, folks.